Hey guys, so I just wanted to keep making awareness about something. In society, we sometimes, as people, make mistakes, and that's okay. But sometimes when we say something negative over and over again in different cases, we tend to say that even like without intentions of hurting someone's feelings. And when you do that, you're actually offending them, and you don't even know who's offended. And the thing is, some people are really good at hiding that they're offended or upset about something, so they go just play along with it, like, oh, haha, like, cool, or something like that, or haha, you're retarded too, or something like that. And something that people are like just friendly, like messing around, like, could turn into something serious, and people don't know when to stop. Anyways, besides that, you really should be aware of the things you say, and sometimes you don't think about what you say, and you don't even need to think about what you're saying all the time. Sometimes people say you should think before you speak, and yes, that is true. But when we're in public or at home, regardless if we're talking to our siblings or our parents, actually, you can't be using vulgar language. And I know that kind of sounds stupid coming from me, considering I swear a lot. But the thing is like, we all need to learn from our mistakes, regardless if we've done it multiple times in different situations. You should still learn. And the other day, like, I heard someone calling someone, dude, you're acting autistic, like, shut the fuck up. And then that person, like, I could see off his body language that he was upset. And I know this person for quite a long time, and I know how he is. Not like I creep up on him, but when you're in front of someone, you know how they are, right? So just keep in mind that when you call someone the R word, it's not only disrespectful, but you're putting a label on them, and that could trigger a lot of self-consciousness. And self-consciousness, yes, it's a good thing, but it could also be a bad thing, because there's two different types of self-consciousness, okay? One is, oh yeah, you're aware that people are around you and that you need to act a certain way, and not just like, I'm not like saying that they act a certain way just because they feel like they're gonna be treated differently. Sometimes people are just self-conscious because they want to be mindful of people around them, and you really need to understand that the other one is they could be way too self-conscious because they're afraid of making a mistake. And that self-conscious is a very, very, it's a very disturbing feeling. And when people repeatedly say something negative to them, they are afraid of being a victim. And that's usually how bullying occurs, is when people are too self-conscious from it could be just even one occurrence. Anyways, now, away from the R word, if you're calling someone gay or like a fag or something like that, it's also the same thing as calling them retarded. Regardless of it, you can put a good label on someone and you could put a bad label on someone. And I just want to let you know that I know it's that people say that, oh, if you have nothing good to say, like, don't say it at all. Not even that. Like, if someone's being disrespectful to you, you have every right to stand up for yourself. But it's how you say it, not when you say it. Sometimes you just have to ignore it and just move on. Just go talk to your therapist whenever the next appointment is, or talk to a trusted adult. And I know when you say trusted adult, you're kind of like, oh yeah, I don't have any trusted adults, I don't know if they're gonna report me or not, or think that I'm mentally unstable. Like, no, like, the meaning of trusted adult is like your guidance counselor or your social worker. And I mean, there's always gonna be people who are there for you regardless. You just need to know where to find them. And, sometimes people are not always going to be available to talk. You just have to make enough friends and be able to ventilate to them, right? Because if you bottle up your emotions, you're just gonna fucking go crazy. Ooh, I just fucking swore. Oh, I just swore again. This situation where I just swore, it was because I'm passionately discussing something that's a pretty big issue in society. And I just want people to be treated equally, right? Like, I've heard this before, like, from people, like, oh, dude, like, I didn't even know, like, you were bipolar, or, oh, hey, dude, I didn't even know you had Asperger's, or any spectrum of autism, or even any disorder, right? Some people, they have kind of mild forms of it, but they feel very self-conscious about it, because they don't want to mess up by saying either something stupid or unexpected. So, besides that, either calling someone retarded, a fag, a pussy, a dick, like, you need to, like, understand that people aren't always going to address it, but they just keep it, like, bottling it themselves. And another thing is, people can tend to put their insecurities in someone else's insecurities. Not even, and that might not even be the case. What if someone is, has good self-esteem, confidence, and they're good people, right? They have done nothing to you, yet you, without thinking, put a label on them. Another thing, besides that, is when people call you autistic in context, say, yeah, dude, you know what, you're autistic as fuck, you want to fight, bitch ass, or something like that, or like they're trying to instigate a fight. I mean, that's very hurtful. And sometimes when people over social media kind of like say, dude, why you're so butthurt, LMAO, like, or laughing my ass off, or like, use a fucking weirdo emoji, like, say, like, cracking the fuck up emoji, the one with tears and shit. Like, you need to learn how to, like, I'm not saying everyone's like this, but you, like, just learn how to deliver your message. And when people do that, they feel like they're gonna be treated differently now, that because some people know that it spreads, It's like a wildfire. When something starts, it's very hard for it to stop. And that's what I want to happen. I want people with disabilities, or, without disabilities, not to be name called or even name calling, Your insecurities are your insecurities. You don't put your insecurities on someone else, because then you're actually making them self-conscious, and when you think about something way too much, you kind of feel like you actually have it, right? So point is I know this video is kind of long, but just be self-aware that people take offense to things even though they pretend not to, because they don't want to be discriminated against. And discrimination is not only against races or different cultures. It can also be discriminating against, oh, dude, look, this kid's so weird, like, what the fuck is this issue? Like, anyways, just be mindful, don't name call, and if people are bullying you, yes, you can stand up for yourself, but remember, when people are calling you a certain name, do not say that back to them, because that's like an ignition to gasoline. It's gonna explode, bro. So, anyways, I hope that will influence you to be more appropriate and have a filter on what you say. Peace.